You guys, I'm in Sebree, Kentucky at a cemetery called Springdale. And I had no idea this cemetery was so huge. I was looking for another family member, which I found by luck, total luck, because this place is really big. The entrance is right over there. If I can get it here. See that arch? That arch is the entrance, and then it says Springdale Cemetery. Anyway, I came here to find the graves of William and Manerva Hancock. They are my father's grandfather's brother and his wife, which would mean my great-grandfather's brother and his wife. And believe it or not, I'm parked right there. I drove around this huge cemetery. I mean, it goes way back, and there's other sections too. I had no idea it was this big. But I saw some of the gravestones looked new, and I said, well, they got to be in the old section, because William Harrison Hancock is my dad's grandfather's brother. And he was born June 12th, 1824, and died June 7th, 1911. He was 86 years old. And so I thought, they're going to be in an old section. So I looked for older stones, and I seen a couple down here where my car is parked. And I just looked for the design of it, because there's one on Find a Grave for William Harrison Hancock and Manerva, his wife. And so I said, this one looks like it. I walked over here, and here it is. So I don't know if you can read it, but it does say Hancock. And on this side, it says William Hancock. And it has his birth date and death date, but man, the stone is wearing out. And then on this side, it says Manerva Hancock. So here's the stone. It's so old. Right here. I can't believe I found it. I found it within 5 minutes after pulling into this cemetery and having no idea where it is. And let's get this straight right now, because it's not on Find a Grave, but I see the section over here is section 4. So they're located in section 4. Right there, off the road, right off the road, the first stone. Here's the road of section 4, and here's their stone. So they kind of have I don't know much about them, but like I said, he was my dad's grandfather's brother, which means he was my great-grandfather's brother and his wife. So William Harrison Hancock was born June 12th, 1824, and died on June 7th, 1911. He just missed his birthday. He died at 86 years old. It says that he died from pneumonia, and they have his death certificate on Find a Grave. And it says contributing factors were old age. I think it says pneumonia. It's a little hard to read, but that's what I could figure out. Manerva Jane Powell Hancock was her name, his wife's name, and she was born October 30th, 1828, and died July 9th, 1899. She was 70 years old. So these would be what, my great uncle and great aunt? They had 3 children. One of them was Pamela Erling Hancock, and she's got an interesting story. She married to a man named Galloway. And Pamela was born November 20th, 1847, and died October 20th, 1937, at the age of 89. She was born in Kentucky and died in Los Angeles, California. There's the first clue about her interesting story. And then they also had Frances Mildred Hancock Denton, who was born February 25th, 1851, and her death date is not known. But she was married twice. It's really weird because she was married twice. The first time was to Enoch, Enoch, Denton, and then she was married to John William Galloway, which is the same last name as her sister had when she married a Galloway. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know if there's a connection there. So I don't know. They have an epitaph stone for her where she's, where they thought she was going to be buried. I guess there was a stone there, but she ended up being buried somewhere else. And then they had another child. Let me see what his name was. William. Where's the third child? Let's see. They had Pamela Frances. I think they had a third child, but somehow I forgot to write that one down. Well, anyway, the story of their daughter, Pamela Emmeline Hancock Galloway, is pretty interesting. So, she was married to, at the time, a very famous actor. Did I even write that down? He was, yeah, I did. Let's see. His name, now this is their daughter. Actually, I think it's their daughter's daughter. Yes. So their daughter's daughter was named Katherine Galloway Either. She was born, so that would be their granddaughter. Their granddaughter was Katherine Galloway Either, and she was born April 4th, 1883, and died April 3rd, 1976. In 1921, Katherine married Alfonzo Richard Ethier. He was a stage and screen actor and very popular at the time. He appeared in more than 70 films between 1910 and 1939. He was a stage actor before he began making films. He was a stage actor with the Thanhouser Company, Thanhouser. That was one of the first motion picture studios founded in 1909, and it was in operation until 1920. They produced over 1,000 films. He's in Wikipedia, actually. So that's interesting. They list 27 films of his in Wikipedia. He died in Los Angeles at the age of 70. He's buried in Springdale, Utah. Springville, Utah. And he died at the age of 70. Katherine Galloway. Katherine Galloway Either and her parents, Pamela Galloway Hancock, are buried in Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Los Angeles. So I think it's the granddaughter of them, is buried at Forest Park Cemetery in Los Angeles, California. And so is the mother, I think, because I saw on Find a Grave that they were buried inside the mausoleum. I think it's the mother. I'll go check when I get home. But it's really interesting, and I can't believe I found this grave. Unbelievable. Look at how old it is, guys. It's really, really old. But I'll put some pictures in here of Katherine's husband, who was the famous actor. I think he probably did silent films until they became vocal and did those too. But there he is right here by section 4. So there you go. I came what I came after, and I got it really quick, guys. I can't believe how fast I found this. It's unbelievable. But yeah. So there you go. my dad's grandfather and my great-grandfather's brother. So my dad's grandfather's brother and my great-grandfather's brother, who had a grandchild who was married to an actor. And supposedly, I think she was a singer. Katherine, I think the granddaughter was an opera singer. So she was kind of famous in her own right. And there's a weird story about that whole thing, too, about how she went missing for quite a while. And they thought he did something to her, the husband. But then she reappeared, apparently. So that was kind of a weird story. But anyway, there they are. So rest in peace to both of you. Thanks, guys. This cemetery, wow, this cemetery, I can't believe how huge it is. It's really big. I didn't, these older cemeteries like this, I thought it was going to be a tiny one like I've been running into. But again, this is out in the middle of nowhere, but it's beautiful countryside. There's a farm over there right across the way. I'm going to walk around and see, since I found their grave so quickly, I'm going to see if there's any unusual graves here that I can show you. If I find something, I'll be back, okay? Rest in peace. I think I may have mentioned it, guys, but in case I didn't, I'm going to try and find some pictures of Alfonzo Richard Ethier Galloway, who is the actor who is married to Katherine Galloway, who is their granddaughter. Look at this little grave, guys. It's a shame when the writing wears off on them. You lost to time, I guess. We won't know who they are, but known only to God now. But at one time, somebody knew who they were. But yeah, there's nothing left of their stone. I mean, the stone's here, but the writing's all gone. I hate when that happens. Just to show you guys, this is the road leading up to the cemetery. You can see, I mean, even from here, how far back this cemetery goes. And then this is the entrance. Springdale Cemetery in Sebree, Kentucky. Beautiful stone entranceway here. You see how far back this? I mean, this cemetery is just huge. Oh, and look. Look what I found. Little sheep right next door. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hello. I'm scaring them away. I'll stay here. So cute, huh? One of them's talking. They're cute, huh? Hi, guys. Bye, guys. That's a hot wire, I think, so I don't want to touch it. See you later. Okay, I'm gonna head home, guys. That's about it here. See ya.